You can't make things like this up, dude. You just can't make it up. I can't wait to see where this takes us, ChavezzSlovakia. Apparently a man was detained in a restaurant, I suppose, for suspicion that he brought in Ebola. Of course, the owner is a white guy. Of course, I think the other guy has got to be black. I've never seen it. I don't know. I just saw in the video suggestion. So let's do it. This is America's Court from Highlights, just the YouTube channel Highlights.
Today on
so let's just get into it, dude. I've never heard anything in this.
You're now gonna hold a taser against him for something you don't even know about.
I didn't take the stun gun out because of the Ebola. I took it out because the man tried to flee.
I didn't take the taser out because of the Ebola. Oh yeah, this is gonna be quality.
This is America's Court.
This is gonna
with
be quality,
Judge
bro. I've never even
Professional
seen Judge
DJ
Ross.
Malcolm Adams is suing Jeffrey Caudell in the amount of $3,725.52. He says the defendant accused him of having a deadly disease, forcing him to be quarantined against his will.
Quarantined?
Mr. Caudell claims he was just doing his job as a responsible citizen.
What?
All rise.
You're not a doctor. You can't just quarantine people you think are dirty.
Kevin Ross presiding.
This is ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
This can't be real, bro.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Mr. Adams, you're suing, sir, for $3,752.45.
It's a very specific number.
Because you felt Mr. Caudell, is it, sir?
That's correct, Your Honor.
You
Look
felt
at his
he
face.
overreacted a little bit.
Your Honor, overreacted is the bottom of the pit. I'm in Dallas, headed to Miami.
I got you.
I was booked for a DJ gig for $3,500. Already booked my flight.
Okay, hey.
I've been having allergies lately. I sneeze and blood comes out of my nose. This guy over here starts yelling like I have Ebola or something, like it's some type of zombie apocalypse.
What?
Everybody starts going crazy. I totally missed my flight. They bring
They're
me
in an Ebola scare in Texas, sir.
They're in an airport. Okay, so he didn't even make it to the gig. This dude just sees him sneeze blood and says he has Ebola. You can't do that. What?
He sneezes blood, and you immediately conclude that he has Ebola.
No one immediately concluded anything.
No, immediately. He screamed immediately. Oh, he has Ebola. Pulls out a taser.
Who screams?
What?
This gentleman right
Gentleman
here.
seated? Sir,
Yes.
step forward. And what is your name?
My name is Frederick Dunham.
And Mr. Dunham,
What?
what's the relationship between you and Mr. Caudell?
I work nights in a security lot next to Mr. Caudell. I am a guard for a parking lot.
You're a security guard. You
For
saw
a
Mr.
parking lot.
Adams. And who saw the
you're
blood?
giving security
from
guard
his nose?
bad
I did, Your
name,
Honor. The
man.
blood actually speckled onto my shirt.
Your Honor, he was behind me. How do I sneeze?
Your Honor,
and
I don't know
blood
how he
speckles
sneezes,
backwards?
but I know that blood got
I
onto
don't
my
know
uniform.
how he-
Because blood
I don't know how he
Wait a minute.
sneezes.
You're not disputing that you sneezed. And you're not disputing that blood came out.
No.
And you're saying you not only saw the blood, but it landed on your person.
Yes, sir.
And you thought
Ebola.
Well, sir, I've been reading the newspapers, and I know that there's a serious Ebola problem in the great
Look
state
at
of
the lady's
Texas.
face
all
in
the
the
things
background.
that could happen. And
Look
that's,
at the people's face in the background. Label their emotions, ChavezzSlovakia. They're getting just as much enjoyment from this as I am. I would never be able to be in this courtroom. I would have left long ago.
situation, that's the thing that comes. I mean, I understand that there have been some situations with some nurses in the Texas area, and people are a little concerned, and in New York and some other areas.
Ebola.
But out of
What?
all
The
things,
witch hunt
you
is
think
real.
Ebola? Why?
Well, sir, Mr. Adams was going to board a plane shortly after,
What does
and
that have to do with Ebola?
I did not feel it was worth the risk, sir.
Because he sneezed and there was blood. You just automatically concluded that it had to be Ebola related. And where
Yes.
are we at this point?
Your Honor, there's a restaurant next to the airport. It's a buffet, and Mr. Adams' blood
I own the Iron
was-
Kettle Breakfast.
You're the owner of the restaurant.
This
Yes,
guy
sir.
runs out with a gas mask. Like I'm just some
Where
contagious
did he
specimen.
get a gas mask?
A gas
true?
Yes, it is, and some protective
You
gloves.
came out with a gas mask because he sneezed.
No, because
And
it
where
was
did it
packed in the
even come
closet,
from?
sir. It was packed in the closet, sir. It's always been there, so I never saw any reason to give
Well,
it for
what
that.
would cause you to go run and unpack it?
Your Honor, Mr. Adams made quite the scene when he sneezed and when his blood went all over the food at the buffet.
Well, wait a minute. I thought it went on. I mean,
food.
now the blood is just
No,
traveling all
it
throughout
never
the
went on the food.
atmosphere.
It never went on the food.
Wait a minute. Then that means you were next to the food.
Yes, sir. I was in line behind him at the buffet.
Okay, so you were behind him.
Yes, sir.
So his sneeze goes backwards.
He sneezed violently. I don't know. It got on me.
Your Honor, there was no whiplash. There was
there's no
What I
whiplash.
find fascinating about this
This
conversation
nigga sneezes.
is
This
that
nigga sneezes like a bazooka shot. Just
Today on America's Court with Judge
he's like he's
Ross.
shelling infidels with his sneeze, with his
Today on
nostrils.
American-
My nigga just, what the fuck?
that's the thing that comes. I mean, I understand that there have been some situations with some.
That is
Feel it was
fucking
worth the
wild.
risk.
Down the iron.
This is
You're
wild.
the owner of the restaurant.
Where am I at in
People
this?
bumping. Then that means you were next to the food.
Yes, sir. I was in line behind him at the
Holy
buffet.
shit.
Okay, so you were behind him.
Yes, sir.
This is dumb.
So his sneeze goes backwards.
He sneezed violently. I don't know. It got
Look at
on
the
me.
people's faces. They look so
Your Honor, there was no
hilarious.
whiplash. There was
What
no.
what I find fascinating about this conversation is that all we've been hearing about is Ebola. People bumping fists going no Ebola, so they don't connect, and it's just getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
So you read something, he sneezes, you didn't think, well, maybe he has the flu.
We did come out and question Mr. Dunham. We asked him if
You
he had Ebola.
questioned him.
For 4 hours.
Well, why would you stay there for 4 hours?
4 hours. I don't know. They were that scared. The police wouldn't want to come around. Nobody came
We
around.
escorted into my
No.
office and kept him there.
What I'm trying to, this is crazy. Why wouldn't you just leave?
They wouldn't let me. They detained me. They took me to
Who
the
detained
CDC. They took me. They asked.
Security guard in
First of all, he held a taser at me.
Okay, wait.
He had a taser
Oh
pointed at
my
me.
You're now
God.
gonna hold a taser.
Dude, literally, you should sue the state, actually. This is
Tim,
wild.
for something you don't even know about.
Well, Your Honor, I didn't take the stun gun out because of the Ebola. I took it out because the man tried to flee.
I did not try to flee. I calmly stood there. And
They
told
just
him.
letting anybody in Texas have a stun gun, huh?
Coming up on America's Court.
Yeah, that's
I'm looking at your
dissonant.
evidence. Why did you give me an article about Ebola and its possible link to Bible prophecy?
And later,
She wants to bring a dog.
A seeing eye dog.
closed captioning provided by.
What?
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Malcolm Adams, who
Gives you all the information that you need to know. You ended up being there for 4 hours.
For 4 hours. I missed my flight.
And you don't deny that you detained him.
No, sir.
We have the police report.
The reason that
Show
Mr.
me the
Adams
police
was
report.
detained.
Where
was-
does the $3,752.45 come from?
I had to have emergency room blood work treatment. I was booked to DJ in Miami for $3,500.
I'm looking at your evidence. Why did you give me an article about Ebola and its possible link to Bible prophecy?
The research
What
was
in-
done just to strengthen our case, sir. That's all.
How does this strengthen your case? If anything, it makes it more bizarre.
Yeah, it makes you seem like a crazy
It's
person.
crazy.
There are many different theories about this horrible disease, but the point is, we didn't know what.
There are not that many theories with Ebola. Let me tell you, like the actual evidence about Ebola. We know exactly what Ebola is and how it works. That's why we can treat it. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? We know exactly what to do when somebody has Ebola. What are you talking
Whether or
about?
not this man was infected or not.
And
We
you
didn't have
went
it.
online and read that this Ebola virus is spreading exponentially and that nations only have 1 month to contain the outbreak or we're all going to perish.
I didn't write the article, Your Honor.
Wow. The suspect was detained for suspected Ebola. This is crazy.
This is ridiculous.
All tests came back negative. Duh. Did you apologize to him?
No, they haven't.
We haven't spoken. since this incident occurred.
There he is.
We're very sorry, Mr. Adams, for what we put you through that day.
I know.
And for 4 hours?
I
You had to
know.
have blood work done. Grief, this is amazing to me. What is this? Requesting your services for a DJ.
Yeah, that's the email that confirmed that I was supposed to be
The date's in Miami.
on the 6th and the 7th.
And you confirmed you would work those days. And so this is the money that you lost as a result of this.
That's what I missed from being detained in the CDC for 4 hours at Taser Point.
Is he still working for you?
I never was an employee of
He was
Mr.
never
Cardell.
actually employed by me. He was just in line.
Oh my
I was a
God.
customer
That
at the
was a
restaurant.
You allowed another customer to do this to a fellow customer of yours? And then you go and get a gas? I mean, you should just, I'm embarrassed for you. Because if nothing else,
Just do this.
you unlawfully detained this man.
Yeah.
Do you think that there should be consequences to that?
There should be, yes, but we
I'm
also
glad you
lost.
agree, because based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel will come down in favor of the plaintiff. You will pay him, sir, $3,745.52 forthwith. We're done. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled
man.
in favor of the plaintiff.
That is
The
a
defendant
rough
is
one.
ordered to pay
That is a rough
$3,725.52.
That is too
Ebola
crazy
scares cost
for
me a lot. I'm
words.
just glad I got a little something back.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect people from Ebola.
And I'd do it again.
And coming
You
up
would.
on a
You can't say that. You can't say you would unlawfully detain another person because you're scared of Ebola. That's jail time. You can't. You can't just. You can't just pull tasers on people for shit like that, dude. I'm gonna stop this here. I don't even care what the next one is about. They just detained him because they thought he had Ebola. This is definitely a little bit off from current events, you know. So I definitely want to see if I can find one that's a little bit more recent. But that's about as crazy as it gets, dude. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please, I can't wait for the comments on this one. That is just wild. I'll see y'all around, man. Peace. What the fuck?